All right, welcome back to this class. In this video, we are going to be looking at how we can change decimal fractions to decimals. So in one of my videos of the past, I explained what they call decimal fractions. So decimal fractions are those fractions that have the denominator of 10. When the denominator is 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 100,000, just powers of 10 like that. If you look at the denominators of these fractions that we have here, you will see that they have that kind of property. This is 10, this is 100, this is 1000, this is 100,000. So in short, they are called powers of 10. So this type of fractions are called decimal fractions. So how do we now change them to decimal? That is a very simple method. So you don't even need long division for this or short division. It's just by trick you will get your answer. Now, I'm going to start with this set of questions first. This first set. You see this first set of questions? These ones are not hard at all. So you follow the method that I will use for this is not the same that I will use for this set. And it is also not the same that I will use for this set. So you need to observe questions very well. So now, what do you observe about these ones in this first column? You can see that all of them, they have one digit on top. 1 digit, this is 1, this is 3, this is 6, this is 8. They have 1 digit as the numerator. If it happens like that, that's the simplest of all kind of decimal fractions that you can be asked to change to decimal. So all you just need to do, if you have this type of question, such that the numerator is 1 digit. So all you just need to do is to see, look at the denominator. So what do we have at the denominator? That's 10. How many zeros do we have at the denominator? Just 1 0. In that case, you just write 1 0. Now look at your numerator. What is it? That is 1. So write 1 beside it. Then you put decimal point in between. So the answer is 0.1. So for this type of question, they are very easy. Now, as for this, 1 digit also, still the same as this. But here, we have 100 as the denominator. That's 2 zeros. All I need to do is to write these 2 zeros first. 0, 0. Then I will write my numerator. The numerator is 3. So I will write 3. Now, in between the first 2 zeros, I will just put points. Alright? You can see how simple this is it. So, it's very, very simple. Now, the next thing to do here is to write this. Okay? Look at the numerator. This is 6. How many zeros are the denominator? We have 3 zeros. So, in that case, I'm going to write 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Then I'll put 6 next, which is the numerator. So I'll put decimal points in between the first 2 zeros. So the answer is 0.006. If you use your calculator to confirm, you will see that this will be the answer in your calculator. So I'm going to leave the fourth one for you as a DIY. So do it on your own and drop your answer in the comment section. You to try this and do it. Put your answer in the comment. Now, this is the next category of question. Okay, this is the next category of question. Now, this type, so we can also use the same method that we use here, but I don't want you to end up getting confused. So you don't do the same thing that we did here. Well, I want to teach you a lasting method that will work for anything. Even it will work for this third set. So I will teach you the lasting method. So this is 23, 2 digits, and we have 100 at the bottom. Okay. So the position of my decimal point will be determined by the number of zeros that I have at the bottom. So you can do this in a rough sheet. Write 23 somewhere. So this is like a rough sheet now. So how many zeros at the bottom? We have 2 zeros. So I will assume that there is a point after the last digit. So you can see there is a point after the last digit. So look at this as your decimal point. Now, because I have 2 zeros at the bottom, I will just move my point twice. 1, 2 to this direction. Move it to this direction. You will observe that the next thing after the decimal point now, this new position of the decimal point, the next thing is just the 2. There is no empty space. The only place where we have empty space is at the beginning, that is before the decimal point. So this is just like saying my answer is 0.23. So, but I cannot leave this place empty. So I have to put a 0 there. So my answer will be 0.23. So that is very simple. So we can use the same method for this. Alright, let's see. Now, this is where it is getting more interesting. So we have a lot of zeros at the denominator, and then we have 424, which is 3 digits at the top. First of all, write your 3 digits, 424. Assume that there is a decimal point after the last digit. So count how many zeros you have at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 zeros. So I will move my point 5 times to this direction. That is to the left. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So look at where the new position is. It's as if I have empty space, decimal point, empty space, then I have 4, 2, 4. So all those empty spaces, we just put 0. Use 0 to fill them up. So empty, empty, empty. So my answer will be 0.00424. So that is 0.00424. It's as simple as that. So the same thing will happen here. So this is 2,946 divided by 1 million. Yes, 2,946 divided by 1 million. Okay, I want to solve here. Now, I will assume that there is a point after the last digit. So always put your point after the last digit. So after that, you will now shift your point how many times? That will be 6 times. 6 times to the left direction. I'm going 6 times now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the new position. So it's as if I now have empty space, empty space, empty space, 2, 9, 4, 6. So I will write this as 0, 0, 0. So fill up the empty spaces with 0. So my answer will be 0.002946. So this is a very simple way of doing it. So I'll be waiting for your answer in the comment section. Put your answer here in the comment section. All right. So before I do the last set, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel for you to be able to see more content like this, so that you can boost your mathematics ability to the level of pros. So kindly subscribe, and again, it will help us to grow in this channel too. All right, let's proceed with let's go to the next set. So I just explained that the method that I use here can also work for the ones that I have here. So don't look at questions the same way. You see, the way I dealt with this is just a direct way, by just writing the number of zeros at the bottom, then you write your numerator and put points. Simply because we have just one digit on top. So we did not use the same method here. Similarly, we are not going to use the same method here. So let's see. First of all, write your 64. 64. Then you put point at the back of the last digit. How many zeros at the bottom? Just 1. So you just take one step. One step. So this is where your point will be. So it's now as if I have 6.4. So my answer will be 6.4. Okay? Very good. So let's go to the next question. Let me clean this away. So I have 567. This is divided by 100. So all I need to do is to put points at the back of the last digit. So how many zeros at the bottom? 2 zeros. Let's move twice. 1, 2. So this is 5.67. The answer is 5.67. Okay, so that is very good. So very, very good. Now, what about this? Even there is another way that you can look at this without even having to write this again. So what you need to do, how many zeros do I have at the bottom? 2 zeros. Okay, so take away 2 digits, count 2 digits forward, and put the decimal after the second digit. So take this, count this, 1, 2. So that means my decimal point will be in between the second and the third. So I will have this as 27.56. Very simple trick. And if you are still confused about this new method, you can just stick to this. So that means this one, I just need to count 3 digits from the back. 1, 2, 3. My decimal point will be here. So that means I'll have 9.721. So that is how to do. You can see that decimals are very, very easy. Easy peasy. So you can get more questions from your text and do justice to them. Decimal fractions are very easy. Once again, my name is Sheikh Ridwanullah Abubakar. I am an online mathematics and science tutor. God bless you.